Good evening, soft tippers. Welcome to Soft Tip Central UK. Today we are going to be reviewing a brand new shot dart. This is a first look in the UK at this dart in soft tip format. Thank you so much to Shot for giving us the opportunity to give these darts the exposure to the UK market that they need. And the ones that we are going to be reviewing today are the Shot Tribal Weapon Kowas. Okay. So we're going to look at these in depth. I'm going to tell you a bit about the process that went into them, the research that's gone into the dart, and how the barrel's been sort of modelled. And we'll go into that when we take a closer look. But first, let's go and have a look at the packaging. Okay, so let's look at the packaging now of the Tribal Weapon Kowas. As is standard with the shot darts, they come in the lovely cardboard box here with the 3-point window here to showcase the darts. At the top here, Tribal Weapon Kowa, imagery across here of the Kowa tribe's weapons of choice. These were the bats that the Kowa tribe in Hawaii used to use, and we show you the relevance of that when we come to look at the dart. The Shot logo at the top there, these are the 20-gram soft tips. I imagine that's fully loaded. 90% tungsten, you've got the titanium coating there and the Teo carbon shafts. Lovely flight design with this one as well, really attractive, and I'm looking forward to looking at that in more depth. On the rear, same again with the Kowa graphic here, Conquer New Territory, Tribal Weapon Kowa from Shot. Again, you get your lifetime barrel guarantees with these. We will be putting a price point at the end for these, but these have been released today, so the 18th of the 9th. They've been released and they're available to purchase now. If you go to Shot Darts at their where to buy page, it will tell you all of the stockists that will have the specific dart in the country that you're in. Okay, so let's have a quick look on the inside. Okay, so now let's look at the inside of the packaging. So we have the usual Shot foam casing here, housing the darts beautifully. These come all the way from New Zealand, so they're perfectly placed for transportation. You have the full setup dart here in the center, and then you've got your two Teo carbon shafts housed there. The other two barrels will be sitting either side of the central one, and they're housed in their own piece of foam as well. And then you've got your flights here. Just going to take out the Shot card that's usually at the back, and we can see the weight. So these are match weighted to 0.05 of a gram, and they're 18.55 grams, and we will test that when we come to the weights and measures section. So that's your packaging. Also, I'd like to point out again, Shot has given you the pre-punch flights. Brilliant. I love a pre-punch flight. It saves you so much grief and hassle. I think it's just a nice little touch just to give you that little bit of additional ease when buying your darts. So let's have a look at the barrels in more depth. Okay guys, so now it's weights and measures time, and as we can see on the Shot card that we had before, they have stated that they're 18.55 to within 0.05 of a gram. So let's give these guys a little test now. So put the first one on the scales. 18.56, 18.58, and 18.57. Every single one of those is within 0.05 of a gram, exactly as it's stated on the Shot match weight card that you get in the bottom of the box. Okay, so let's do your widths and your lengths. I'm going to do two widths here because we do have a long taper at the base of the dart. So let me just get the calipers out, and we'll set them to 0. They're on 0 now. So on this dart we have a taper that comes down at the front here, and we have a large scallop at the back. So in my opinion, there are two sort of areas for grip. So I'm going to test them both. So the widest part would be around the base of this scallop here, and that is coming in at 6.8 millimeters. and the smallest part would be falling in line with this, the end of the nose here on the taper at the front, and that is coming in at 5.8. So you go from 5.8 up to 6.8. So there's basically a millimeter difference between the widest point and the thinnest point. Let's have a look at your length now. We're just going to get this popped in here. So the length of your dart is coming at 45 millimeters long. So a nice short barrel. The tribal weapons are usually slightly shorter, and this is about the same. So it's falling in the pattern with the tribal weapon range, that they're a short dart, slim, slender, and sleek. So what I'll do now is we'll go to a closer look. Okay, so a closer look now at your tribal weapon Kowas. Now this front section here is basically where the Kowa dart gets its name from. It's basically modelled on the bats and the weapons that the Kowa tribe of Hawaii used to use, and that's what this knurled axial cut section is here. The grip level on this is incredible. It's really nice touch to have it just plain tungsten without any colouring. I really like that, makes it stand out. Then you've got the front section here, which is just a double ring grip that runs from here down to there, and that has an axial cut that runs right the way through the centre there. Now the reason I like an axial cut so much is that it gives you a lot more of a precise place to place your finger, and it gives you more of an acute angle on the grip. And at the back here we have the standard tribal weapon scallop. You'll find this scallop on 90% of the tribal weapon range. It's basically what the range is built on. So basically the rear half is the tribal weapon standard, where the scallop is, and the front half of the tribal weapon series will sort of be based and designed on the actual tribal weapon that they're highlighting with the name of the dart. It's covered in a black titanium coating. This coating is extremely strong, so you will be able to keep the coloration of your dart. I've been using these for the last week or so. I'm getting on really well with them. I really enjoy the dart, and I love this deep ring at the top here. I think it really makes it stand out. Sort of when you put the stem on the dart, it makes it sort of feel as though the barrel is levitating away from the stem. It's a really cool look. So yeah, look out for that as well. A 2BA thread for your tips. These come with a lip point, and a 2BA thread for your stem, and they come with the carbon Teo flights. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take these to the board and have a little throw. Okay, so time to have a little throw with the Schott tribal weapon KO. So yeah, these are really nice shaped dart. I get on with them very well. I usually play with a more of a torpedo shaped dart, but this taper at the front and the gradual sort of decline into the point is really actually sitting quite comfortably in my hand. The knurled axial cut section is beautiful as well. Brilliant placement for your hand. Now, I usually throw an 18-gram dart, and I found throwing these 20-gram darts over the last couple of days, I've had a lot less deflection off of the barrel. I found they're going a lot straighter, more consistent as well. So obviously, as you see, the flights, beautiful flights. Again, this is a translucent, transparent flight, showing the design for the cowl, with a little bit of red, white and blue there to sort of show the Hawaii and the American sort of influence there. I think these are a great dart. I think the price point is a little high for these darts. I think that they could be ever so slightly cheaper, but again, you pay for quality. have 3 more, and then we're going to go to a little summary of these. We'll throw some at the bullseye, see how we get on. They're going really straight as well. These are, the pivot point on these are ever so slightly backloaded. So just to sort of like the middle to front of that scallop section is where you're going to find your pivot point. Hat trick! We'll have 3 more, see if we can get another one. 2 hat tricks in a row is about as rare as a kiss from the Queen for me. There you go. So that's it. Let's go and have a little summary of these. Okay, to summarise the SHOT tribal weapon koas. Yeah, really nice dart. Very, very beautifully presented again. They do put a lot of intricate work and a lot of CNC work. You may have seen on our page, I've shared a few videos of these things being made, and it is quite a lengthy and in-depth process. If you think the amount of time it takes to watch that video, that's 1 barrel they've made, and you've got to have at least 3 for your set. So there's a lot of time and a lot of hours and a lot of work that goes into making these and designing them. I really like the flight patterning on here and the design on there. I think it's absolutely beautiful. The tips again, lip point, and your pivot point on this dart is sitting just at the front edge of that scallop, so slightly behind centre, and just literally as this scallop point here. So that's your pivot point there. If it's me throwing personally, which is what I've been doing at the moment, I'm gripping the dart here with my thumb on that scallop and resting 2 fingers there. I'll bring the dart back and it's resting there on that pivot point, which means my release point is balanced, so you get a balanced release and the dart's going to fly straighter into the board. Okay, that's how I throw the dart, and that's how I would probably recommend to grip it on that pivot point, pull it back into there, and then you get a smooth release. Okay, a lot of the release on the dart does depend on where it's weighted. If you've got a front loaded dart, there's no point in holding it here if the water weight's there, because your dart's just going to go like that, they're just going to tip in the board. So with a front loaded dart, you would hold more to the front and throw it like this, and you'll get a better release. Okay. Moving forward, the price point of these, as you can see below, that's how much they are retail price. Go to Shot Darts, have a look at where to buy, and that's the section on their webpage. If you look at that, it will tell you all of the places in the country that you're in that you can purchase these darts. Okay, we've got some big things coming up soon. Keep your eyes peeled. I put a little teaser out earlier on this week, and we're going to be revealing that very, very shortly. So please do stick with us. We go again, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care.